Y'all know I don't do grocery stores, right? Thank God for Instacart because I don't know how I would get my groceries. About 2 years ago, my anxiety went from normal social anxiety to above regular social anxiety. And I just stopped being able to be in grocery stores. I used to work for Instacart and I loved my job, but it just got so bad that I had a hard time being in public spaces. I had a hard time driving. When I would be in the grocery store and people would push their carts too close to me, I was not having it. My nervous system just lost it. So now I use Instacart to get all of our groceries. Mostly I use Aldi, but for bulk items and non dairy items, I use Martin's. We are on a budget. I've got 3 teenagers in here that like to eat 24 hours a day. So I like to make sure that they have nutritious, protein packed meals that keep them full and keep them from snacking. So I do a lot of nuts, I do a lot of rice, I do a lot of beans, I do pasta, we do fish and chicken. I'm vegan, they are not. They cook their own meat. Everybody in this house knows how to cook. I'm not raising kids to be reliant on other people or somebody good old headache when they get older and get into relationships. My grapes I always put in the freezer. They go bad so quickly, and they're actually more delicious when they're frozen. We freeze our blueberries and our strawberries, basically all of our berries, because they go bad so quickly. That's why I stopped shopping at Walmart years ago, because all of their produce begins to mold early. And I don't even want to get into what I think about that, but it's done on purpose. I try not to spend more than $100 a week. I like to shop in bulk. I get a lot of my stuff that is bulk on Amazon. My cocoa powder, my oils, my sugars, my grains, my flours, anything that I need about seasonings, all of that, I get on Amazon. I know what I'm going to use. I make the same dishes over and over again in different ways. So there's no point in just buying one or two of something. I'm going to buy it in bulk. Onions. I like to use yellow and red onions. I like to do red onions on a sandwich. It gives it a lot more flavor. But this week, since I splurged on getting them fish, I'm going to keep it tight where I can and just get these. We put onions and garlic in everything. My kids love russets, but they are simple carbs that are going to make you tired. So I like to get yellow or red potatoes, and I read that red potatoes are more nutritious. So I got them, and I like them. I think they have more flavor, and I like the buttery texture of them. I always bust my potatoes open because one moldy potato will ruin everybody. Separate from everything else and out of the refrigerator because they exude these gases that will make everything rot. So on the opposite side, I'll have my potatoes that I keep out here so that they won't get moldy, air can get to them. I also put my pineapples in here. Fun fact, if you want your pineapples to ripen quickly, turn them upside down. And this is where I put all my nuts, and my go-to dry storage is over here. The second dry storage over here where you can tell my baker, he has all of his stuff. Look at this. Look at what my kid does. They don't call him the alchemist for nothing. So this is where I keep my noodles and teas, our oatmeals, and all of our flours. Lemons, I have to have. I make that little lemon drop with apple cider vinegar, agave, cinnamon water, and lemon juice. I drink it in the morning for my gut health. I just read that you need vitamin C coupled with iron to actually absorb the iron from the food that you eat. Didn't know that. That's why I like to keep researching food. I've gotten into that a lot lately, learning how the body works and how the food that we eat affects our body, so I can be more purposeful with the diet that I construct for my family. Strawberries are looking real good this week. Give it a once over. I don't rinse them until we're right about to eat it because it'll get moldy too early. I like to stick a paper towel in here to soak up the moisture. Coconut milk, Raja loves coconut milk. It's so thick. This one has guar gum in it, so it's a lot thicker than some of the other coconut oils that may not have added gums for thickening. This will make vegan ice cream. If they leave me some, I'm gonna make that. My kids are obsessed with green apples. It doesn't matter how many bags I get. I can buy one, I can buy four. They're gonna go through all of them in 1 week. They only like the green ones though. This was something that I had gotten out of buying for about 2 years, but recently I started doing it. I make beans every week, whether they're white beans, red beans, or black beans. Easy go-to. They can make a salad out of it, a sandwich out of it, eat it by itself, or make wraps. These are the medium-sized wraps. They come 10 in a pack, so that means I've got 30 of them. This should be enough for the week. Nothing that I pulled out am I going to partake in. The only thing I might get some of is these lemons. Other than that, this is all for them. They are very particular. I love Brussels sprouts. Now, this is something that I love. I like to slice these up, put my seasonings and my herbs on there, put some oil on there, put them in the oven at 450 for 30 minutes, baby. Mix with some potatoes or rice or by itself, top tier. My teenagers eat like kindergartners. They've gone right on back to the applesauce cups. Judah loves to put agave and cinnamon in his. I like to have strangled ham. Put no sugar in that applesauce. Again, the childhood favorites, peanut butter and jelly, is something that keeps them full and it keeps them from excessive snacking, and it's moderately healthy. I use the all-natural peanut butter and I just got them some jelly. Personally, I like preserves, but I don't really get that much bread anyway. I have a lot of sensitivities, and I think my body doesn't care for gluten. I only eat sourdough bread when I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Avocado oil, I like putting this in our hair, and I use this in my potatoes and in my vegetables. The kids have gone back to eating eggs. They love eggs. Now, I'm against hot sauce, but they begged me for it. I got it for them because they've been good this week, but I can't stand it when they get hot sauce on the walls, on the floor. They have stained so much of my stuff with that hot sauce. I got them Alaskan cod because I got them salmon last month, but it took them all month to make it because it still had the skin on it. This does not have the skin on it, but I want them to branch outside of their comfortability with cooking and come out with some new dishes. So I got them cod this month. Here's my celery. I put it in everything. Delicious. I need to start eating it raw. I got the kids some boneless chicken thighs because it was on sale. It's $1 a pound less expensive than the chicken breast, and it seems to last longer. I picked up freezer bags from Dollar General so we can break those down. Judah likes to make stir fries, or he'll slice them up and make homemade chicken fritters to take to work. And finally, we have blueberries, which we will put in the freezer, and they'll rinse and stick on top of their oatmeal or make smoothies or just pop them in their mouth. Oh, and here's the bread. I just got them regular honey wheat bread so that they can make sandwiches throughout the week, but I keep the bread in the freezer. I keep the bread in the freezer to deter them from just coming in here and just eating toast 24 hours a day or just making a sandwich out of literally anything. They will eat an air sandwich if I let them. So I keep it in the freezer. I have to do these little things to make sure that they don't overeat. Like if I buy something in bulk, I usually hide it. If it's out of sight, it's out of mind. If I don't want them to run through something quickly, I just hide it in the back of the fridge. They are lazy. If they don't see it, they think we don't have it, and they keep right on moving. That's why I keep the fruit in the front of the fridge. And here is my sourdough. This will last me the entire month. I will wrap it up in a bag and put it in the back of the freezer and put a note on it that says no, and I'm going to forget that it's in there, and I'm going to probably eat 1 or 2 pieces of this bread, but it's mine. It's the only bread I can have. They seem to think, oh, you've had that ice cream in the freezer for 2 months. I feel like I have the right to eat it. No, I just want what I want when I want it. So when I go there 6 weeks from now, I want what I want to be right there. It ain't got nothing to do with you. Do your teenagers do that? Do they try to rush you to eat stuff and then want to beg you for it like you don't want it just because it's been in there for 2 months? I don't give a daggone. I'm going to get to it. I know what's in there. So that is my Aldi Instacart haul for this week. What did you get from Aldi this week? Do you use Instacart? Do you like to grocery shop? Do you have social anxiety? Let me know down in the comments. Thank you for spending time with me here in Fury World. If you'd like to check out my music, it's available on all music streaming platforms worldwide under my artist name, The Fury of Abyss. I love you. Catch you in the next episode. Peace.